Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the 2018 movie Wildling, a strange blend of thriller, fantasy, horror that is getting a bit of a limited release in the UK at the cinemas, and it stars Liv Tyler, Brad Dourif and Belle Powley, who before this movie I'd never heard of, and she's a young UK actress who I think delivers a really impressive performance in this movie. And what does this movie focus on? Well, it focuses on, at the beginning of the movie, we see Brad Dourif, who's seemingly looking after his little daughter in a locked upstairs attic room. This little girl can't get out. There's bars on the windows, the doors are even electrocuted, so she can't get out. He claims it's so the wildlings can't get in and come and get her. And she seems like she's a prisoner in this room. And you see this whole sequence. It's a very impressive opening, I thought. And you see this little girl growing up in this room. And it gets to the point where Brad Dourif basically can't take it anymore and he tries to take his own life. And then this young girl is rescued. She's not a young girl anymore, she's a teenager now. And she's in hospital recovering, and Liv Tyler, the local sheriff who found her, takes her in until more can be discovered about her real parents, DNA results, all this kind of stuff. And this young girl, Anna, has no idea of the outside world. She's never really lived in the outside world. She struggles to fit in. She's never really walked on real ground and soil and grass, and you see this whole settling in period and this wonder that she goes through. But something is clearly not right with this Anna. And could it be that she has a more animalistic side to her? Well, you'll have to watch the movie to find out. So like I said, this movie is getting a limited release, and unfortunately I suspect this is a movie that's going to go under a lot of people's radar. But it doesn't deserve to be, because I have to say, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really, really fantastically well made, with great performances by everybody, especially this young actress, this young UK actress, Belle Powley, and Brad Dourif, who I thought were outstanding. It's filmed beautifully. It's got really lovely cinematography. The location that it's filmed in is very picturesque, and it's like this. I'm not sure if it's Canada or it's really northern American small town where everyone's hunters, and and Liv Tyler jokes at one point that there's not many vegetarians in this town. So it's a really, really well made, well crafted, well written, well directed movie. Everything is of good quality here. It is a bit of a slow burn, this movie. It doesn't fall in neatly into any category. It's not full on horror, it's not full on thriller, and there's some fantasy elements thrown in. It's a little nice blend of everything, but nothing overshadows the other. There are horror elements in this. There are some tense moments in it as well, and there are some fantasy elements in this movie. So it really does have a nice blend of everything here. There are, like I say, really impressive performances. Brad Dourif is a standout, but he's always good. I've never seen him in anything when he's not good. But this young actress, Belle Powley, who plays Anna, I thought gave a really wonderful central performance, because she essentially carries this movie. And I thought she did a really, really great performance of this young girl struggling to fit into her surroundings, and struggling to deal with the changes in her life, both outwardly and inwardly, as you will see when you watch the movie. And later on in the movie, when things start happening, it gets pretty exciting, and that's when the thriller elements and the horror elements and the fantasy elements really kick in. The first 3/4 movie, well, a very strong opening, and then you've got a little bit of a lag in the middle and a very, very strong ending to this movie. So I really enjoyed watching this movie, I have to say. I mean, there were a couple of things, like I say, that I think do tend to spoil the movie a bit. Like I say, it is very much of a slow burn. It's got a slow second act, but also there's there's these hunters that are taking out these so-called wildlings, and if they're so embedded in this town and all these hunters know of these so-called wildling things, how come nobody else knows about it? Liv Tyler, the sheriff, has never heard of these things. So it kind of seems like, well, no, they can't really be that embedded in your town folklore sort of thing if not many people know about them. So there was a couple of writing things that didn't make an awful lot of sense here in the movie. There was a strange wolf man in the movie who was some kind of guy that lived in the woods that wore wolf skin and things like that, and it just seemed a bit of an odd character. He was neither one thing or the other, but it was interesting, I guess. I'm not sure why he was in the movie, but ultimately, yeah, I had a good time watching this movie. I thought it was pretty impressive. There's everything's of high quality, the acting, the directing, the writing, and I found myself completely engaged throughout this movie. Very spellbinding opening that drew me right in immediately, got my attention, and even though it does slow down in the second act, it's still interesting to watch, to certainly see the changes that Anna's going through and her trying to fit into society. And then, like I said, the very, very strong finish to the movie. So if you're looking for something a little bit different that's kind of flying under the radar, guys, I highly recommend this movie. I had a good time watching it, so please, if you get a chance, check out Wildling. Thanks for watching, everybody.